Our expectations of each other are really clear. We expect each other to work hard, get smart, and be kind. These are our habits of work and learning. We refer to them every day, most often calling them howls. In this video, we will be exploring what it means to work hard at XP.
Good habits of work and learning are a set of skills and attitudes which support a safe learning environment, develop self-discipline, and provide the foundation for our culture of quality. Our curriculum is designed so that students are ready and able to take their next steps confidently and successfully into either further education or the world of work. For this, they need to work hard. We specify this habit of work and learning into 3 main descriptors. I arrive for each class on time and prepared. At XP, we support and challenge students to be leaders of their own learning. This means that they have a level of responsibility to ensure that they bring the correct equipment to enable them to succeed as learners and members of our community. This includes students bringing a device to school every day, ensuring that it's charged and available for every session. We believe that our focus on being prepared encourages self-discipline, respect, and diligence. I participate fully and mindfully in class. Working hard in class also involves full participation in activities, critique sessions, assessments, fixed sessions and class discussions. Active and deliberate behaviours from students in class often involve being mindful of different protocols, contexts and situations, and reflecting on how their participation has contributed to their own and others' success. We achieve our goals and improve our work through developing specific mindsets and attitudes, and this is central to everything that we do. I complete all my work in a timely manner and to the best of my ability. Through endeavouring to create good habits in our students, working hard ensures that students complete their very best work. Revising work, meeting deadlines and responding to feedback are all central to working to the best of your ability. Our curriculum is academic, challenging and designed to spark interest in our students by enabling them to also work together to achieve both academically and socially. For this, they need to work hard, not just for themselves, but collaboratively in order to get everyone to the top of the mountain.
At XP East, we create beautiful products that connect to positively change the world. We believe that young people need the space and encouragement to express themselves so they can change the world through this expression. Our curriculum has at its heart an imperative that students create carefully crafted work of high quality. This creates a legacy of good that transforms not only their lives, but the lives of others. In order to achieve this, students must work hard. Students have written and published a local history book about their rail heritage in the community of Doncaster. This explored the town's economic and industrial growth during the Industrial Revolution and examined, through the personal stories of those who lived through this period, the cultural benefits of being associated with the building of the Flying Scotsman and the Mallard. Our book, entitled Society, Steam and Speed, launched by the Mayor of the town, is the 3rd highest local book in Doncaster's Waterstones. The expedition stand-up centred around the guiding question of when is it right to make a stand. Our students created the website standupdoncaster.com, which revolved around articulating the needs to make stands and challenge the status quo around local issues facing the town. Students worked with the members of the public to create digital publications, which were celebrated through social media and public events. The local community contributed to our movement, which promoted pledges to challenge homophobic, racist and sexist language, to make efforts to support local charitable causes, and to promote kindness in and around Doncaster. During the expedition Human Machine, students worked hard to produce videos that supported children with the medical conditions of diabetes and asthma. Here, students used computer software programs to learn how to create instructional materials that provided guidance for students who had recently learned about their diagnosis. The production was completed via the support of our local radio station, Sign FM.
At the beginning of our time at XP East, we made a great final product. This is what we do at the end of every expedition, so we can show our outstanding and develop our communication skills. During that expedition, we had to write a letter from the front line to our parents. As an audience outside of the classroom, we did this in memory of people who fought for us in the war. I remember everyone's letters were outstanding, and we used them during our final product, which was to lead a remembrance service. We read out some of our amazing letters to help our audience remember those who died for our country.
Likewise, one of the final products that we did that I found particularly interesting and inspiring was our first final product in Year 7. We created and performed a World War I Remembrance Day service, presenting pieces of our work from that expedition from all subjects. This final product was the one that I found the most interesting and enjoyable because it was my first final product that I had done, and I enjoyed presenting my work and speaking informatively to our families. I also like this final product because I think it is important that the soldiers who fought in World War I are remembered and appreciated for what they did.
The culminating event at the end of expeditions is a presentation or celebration of learning which showcases and honours the work of all students, empowering them to take a lead role in communicating about their learning. Our students will make connections between their high quality work, learning targets and hows, whilst articulating their achievements to a wider audience. Usually, families and members of the wider community will be invited. The attendance of family members at such events is extremely important to our students and is an expectation of our school. Sometimes students leave school and present their learning to different audiences. In the expedition High Voltage, E24 students visited Plover Primary School in Doncaster and taught Year 5 students all about electricity through the building of battery-powered circuit games. Here, students presented to an authentic audience of children and taught them all about the specific science behind what electricity is and how units of charge can be transferred through electrical pathways.
I think PORs are important because it shows what we have learned in that term and how we are helping the community through our products. A POR that stands out for me was when we had to do a drama piece to show what we had learnt about being in a hospital and how to treat patients. This was a great way to show our learning and helped us to develop our skills in presenting to a large audience.
At XP East, students use a range of different protocols to ensure high levels of engagement at all levels. A protocol is a term that we use for a well-defined set of actions in the classroom. They establish a common use of language across all year groups. We use different protocols, for example, to check for understanding. In the protocol of a whip around, teachers ask students to respond to a standard prompt one at a time, in rapid succession around the room, ensuring that students show understanding, self-assessment, or readiness of the task.
I really like the whip around protocol because it helps the class to get a better understanding of everyone's opinion or preference on a certain issue.
With cold calling, this protocol involves asking a question to the whole class, giving students some time to think, and then calling on students to answer without raising their hands. This allows staff to ask questions of students who may be reluctant to contribute to target questioning so that answers are not dominated by a minority of students. We also use other protocols like building background knowledge or a BBK to engage with a broad base of knowledge. Students use this knowledge to become better and more informed readers of complex text. Gallery walks facilitate opportunities to share information with others in a gallery setting, allowing students to engage with thought-provoking materials within an environment akin to an art gallery.
I also like the gallery walk as it helps you think about and learn from a certain image without any background noise. The silence really helps us to focus on the images and notice and wonder deeply. These protocols help me in the class to further our learning and understanding of other people's opinions and work, and give us a clear structure of how we need to work in the lesson.
Students and staff use critique protocols across our school to ensure that we each produce beautiful work and are the best versions of ourselves. We refer to the norms of critique regularly to ensure that we critique the work and not the person. Feedback is kind, helpful and specific. We step up and step back where necessary. We also use protocols to help students with critique. For instance, notice, wonder, praise, suggest can be used as a framework to engage students in thinking forensically and systematically about texts, allowing them to provide accurate and insightful critique. Our culture of critique underpins our drive for excellence. We expect great things from each other, and critique is fundamental in helping us to achieve this.
As a parent, I've definitely seen a change in my daughter during the short time at XP East. The emphasis that the school places on their habits of work and learning has enabled her to become smarter by using assessment rubrics in her classwork and assessments. During the student-led conference, I was amazed at how the use of multiple drafts led to the improvement of her grades over time. Throughout her SLC, she was able to explain how critique helped her to achieve her minimum expectations in her human lessons. We're really looking forward to the published book that they are creating as a final product in their expedition.